What's good, everybody? Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's your boy coming at you with another installment of Black Mirrors TV, man. Today we're gonna be exposing LL Cool J showing his allegiance to the occult, man. All right, I'm going to be showing you picture after picture of his allegiance to the dark occult. And while I do that, I'm going to be speaking on his background in the entertainment industry, man. Now let's get right into it. LL Cool J, aka James Todd Smith, was born January 14th, 1968, known professionally as LL Cool J, short for Ladies Love Cool James, for those who have not known what that ever meant, okay? As an American rapper, he is one of the earliest rappers to achieve commercial success, alongside fellow new school hip hop acts Beastie Boys and Run DMC, okay? Now, we're going to be getting a little bit into his early life and family. James Todd Smith was born on January 14th, 1968, in Bayshore on Long Island, New York, to Andrea Griffith, born January 19, 1946, and James Lewis Smith Sr., also known as James Nunya. His grandfather, who adopted Smith's mother of his Barbadian descent. His 1997 memoir says his father abused his mother, according to the Chicago Tribune. As a kid growing up in middle class and Catholic in Queens, life for Smith was heartbreaking. You know, this sounds very, very similar to the Chris Brown breakdown that I did. You know, he witnessed a lot of traumatic things happen, you know, and his stepfather taking his own life. But before that, he used to beat his mom and things of that nature. So, you know, these folks come from traumatic backgrounds. And I know a lot of us may have experienced that in our lives, you know what I'm saying? But this is more so important for the industry aspect because their mind is already split. They're already disassociated, which will help them be able to place alters in their mind when they do their own MK Ultra programming on these people in the industry to get them to become these characters. All right. Now, his father shot his mother and grandfather, nearly killing them both. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I mean. See, so he was already broken as a child. So when he got into the industry, none of this stuff was new to him. Seeing these, I wouldn't want to say ritualistic acts, but these horrible things take place. You know, you're almost desensitized at that age when you see these things happen. You see what I'm saying? So this is pretty crazy. This is very, very similar to the Chris Brown breakdown. Wow, I did not know this. Now, his father shot his mother and grandfather, nearly killing them both. When 4-year-old Smith was found, he found them in blood. Blood was everywhere. In 1972, Smith and his mother moved into his grandparents' home in St. Albans, Queens, where he was raised. He suffered physical and mental abuse from his mother's ex-boyfriend, Roscoe. See, this is the same story, the same background. Excuse me, because I'm getting a little bit excited because a lot of this stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? And I speak on this in a lot of my videos. So for me to be seeing this again, it's almost like a recurring pattern that happens to these people, man. They come from some very messed up backgrounds, all right? Now, Smith began rapping at the age of 10, influenced by the hip-hop group The Treacherous Three. In 1984, 16-year-old Smith was creating demo tapes in his grandparents' home. His grandfather, a jazz saxophonist, brought him $2,000 worth of equipment, including 2 turntables and an audio mixer and an amplifier. So this is going into that nepotism type of thing because I'm pretty sure his grandfather had ties to the industry as well. You know what I'm saying? You bringing your grandson $2,000 worth of equipment to get up in the game or to help him mold his style and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Now, during this time, Smith reconciled with his father, who made amends for a lot of things by offering him guidance at the start of his music career. His mother was also supportive of his music endeavors, using her tax refund to buy him a Korg drum machine. Smith has stated that by the time he received musical equipment from his relatives, he was already a rapper. In this neighborhood, the kids grew up in rap. It's like speaking Spanish if you grow up in an all Spanish house. That was at the time that NYU student Rick Rubin and promoter manager Russell Simmons founded the then independent Def Jam label. By using the mixer he had received from his grandfather, Smith produced and mixed his own demos and sent them to various record companies throughout the New York City, including Def Jam. All right. Now, his musical career. In the VH1 documentary Planet Rock, the story of hip hop and the crack generation, Smith revealed that he initially called himself J-Ski, but did not want to associate his stage name with the cocaine culture. The rappers who used Ski or Blow as part of the stage name, like people Curtis Blow or Joeski Love, were associated with the rise of the cocaine culture. Under his new stage name LL Cool J, an abbreviation for Ladies Love Cool James, coined by his friend and fellow rapper Mikey D, Smith was signed by Def Jam, which led to the release for his first official record, the 12-inch single I Need a Beat, in 1984. The single was a hard-hitting, streetwise b-boy song with spare beats and ballistic rhymes. Smith later discussed his search for a label, stating, "I sent my demo to many different companies, but it was Def Jam where I found my home." That same year, Smith made his professional debut concert performance at a Manhattan Center High School. In a later interview, LL Cool J recalled the experience, stating, "They pushed the lunchroom tables together, and me and my DJ Cut Creators started playing. As soon as it was over, the girls screaming and asking for autographs. Right then, there I said, this is what I want to do." LL's debut single sold over 100,000 copies and helped establish Def Jam as a label and Smith as a rapper. The commercial success of I Need a Beat, along with the Beastie Boys single Rock Hard in 1984, helped lead Def Jam onto a distribution deal with Columbia Records the following year. So damn, he basically helped create Def Jam. To get, I wouldn't say help create Def Jam, but got Def Jam, a solid foundation as a record label. And in return, Def Jam helped him become a commercial success as an artist. One of their first artists, which is pretty crazy, you know what I'm saying? So if you can do this, ladies and gentlemen who out there who want to rap and do all this other crap, right? If you could build a relationship, I'm not going to say verbatim like this, but if you can create a relationship like this with a record label, you're going to have a lot of leverage. You will be one of those artists to where you ain't going to have to do none of the gay things, none of the blood sacrificing, and have pretty much a clean slate and do what you want to do to a certain extent, because you and them pretty much I wouldn't want to say feed off of each other, but you and the record label have a solid foundation relationship. You know what I'm saying? You both helping each other. You're like an asset to them. You know what I'm saying? You're not a liability. You're not a one-hit wonder. You're not somebody who's bringing a lot of BS to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to pour so much money into you just to get a return on their investment, because you're bringing them an audience. You're bringing them money. You see what I'm saying? It's like not tit for tat, but you guys are bouncing off of each other, ideas and creative things, and it's just beneficial for the both of you to be together. If any what I just said don't make no sense, you and that label it's a benefit for you guys to continue to work together. All right, you see what I'm saying? Now, Radio was released to critical acclaim, both for production innovation and LL's powerful rap. Released November 18, 1985 on Def Jam Recordings in the United States, Radio earned a significant amount of commercial success and sales for a hip-hop record at that time. Shortly after its release, the album sold over 500,000 copies in the first 5 months, eventually selling over 1 million copies by 1988, according to the Record Industry Association of America. Radio peaked at number 6 on the top R&B and hip-hop albums chart and at number 46 on the Billboard 200 albums chart. It entered the top R&B hip-hop albums chart on December 28, 1985, and remained there for 47 weeks, while also entering the pop albums chart on January 11, 1986. Remaining on the chart for 38 weeks. Now that's kind of crazy, because if you know anything about gematria, and this ain't got nothing to do with gematria, but it does, because they like to play with these numbers. 47 equals agent. All right, a lot of these folks be working for them 3-letter alphabet boys, FBI, CIA, DEA, and all that crap, right? And 38 equals murder. All right, because a lot of that has to go on too, as far as sacrificing, whether it's ghosts, chickens, humans, kids, whatever it is. That's how they get down. Okay. And I want to say that too, because he dated Kadada Jones, which was Quincy Jones's daughter. And like a little side note for y'all that didn't know, she had did a ritual for one of his albums or songs to come out. I forgot what it was called. All right, this is way before my time, right? But it was to where she had got a stick and broke the stick and put it into like a fire or a cauldron or something like that. And she was like, yeah, I did this for you. And that album or that single winded up flopping extremely bad. All right. And he was like, I get it, but I didn't ask you to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then she tried to flip it on him like, oh, well, I was just trying to do a good thing, you know, for you. And I was just trying to help. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, he know about witchcraft. He knows about all that stuff, man. So don't let LL Cool James, like, come on here and be like this wholesome Mr. Clean, bald head shaving dude, like, that has no smut on his name. He got smut on his name. You see what I'm saying? And you can see by the cosigner symbols that I'm showing you. All right. Now, in 1989, the album had earned platinum status from the Recording Industry Association of America, which is RIAA, with sales exceeding 1 million copies. It had previously earned a gold certification in the United States on April 14, 1986. I Can't Live Without My Radio and Rock the Bells were singles that helped the album go platinum. It eventually reached 1.5 million copies in the U.S. Okay. The album's success also helped in contributing Rick Rubin's credibility and repertoire as a record producer. Radio, along with Raising Hell in 1986, Licensed to Ill in 1986, would form a trilogy of New York City-based Rubin-helmed albums that helped to diversify hip-hop. Rubin's production credit on the back cover reads, "Reduced by Rick Rubin," referring to his minimalist production style, which gave him the album its stripped down and gritty sound. This style would serve as one of Rubin's production's trademarks and would have a great impact on future hip-hop productions. Rubin's early hip-hop production work before his exit from Def Jam to Los Angeles helped solidify his legacy as a hip-hop pioneer and establish his reputation in the music industry. Okay, now LL Cool J's second album was 1987's Bigger and Deffer, which was produced by DJ Pooh and the LA Posse. This stands as one of his biggest selling career albums, having sold in excess of 2 million copies in the United States alone. It spent 11 weeks at #1 Billboard's R&B album charts. It also reached #3 on the Billboard's pop album charts. The album featured the singles I'm Bad, The Revolutionary I Need Love, LL's first #1 R&B and top 40 hit, Candy, Bristol Hotel, and Go Cut Creator Go. While Bigger and Deffer, which was a big success, was produced by the LA Posse, at the time consisting of Dwayne Simon, Daryl Pierce, and, according to himself, the most important for crafting the sound of the LP, Bobby Bobcat Irvin. Dwayne Simon was the only one left willing to work on producing LL Cool J's third album, Walking with a Panther, released in 1989. The album was a commercial success with several charting singles, Going Back to Cali, which had originally been released on the 1987 movie soundtrack Less Than Zero, I'm That Type of Guy, Big Old Butt, and One Shot at Love. Despite commercial appeal, the album was often criticized by the hip-hop community as being too commercial and materialistic, and focusing too much on love ballads. As a result, his audience base began to decline due to the album's bold commercial and pop aspirations. According to Billboard, the album peaked at #6 on the Billboard 200, and LL Cool J's second #1 R&B album, where it spent 5 weeks. Okay. Now, we're going to be talking about Exit 13 and touring, okay? Now, LL Cool J's 11th album, Todd Smith. See, I didn't even know he had this many damn albums, but I guess since you've been out since the 80s, man, you've been pushing that agenda for a long time, you feel me? Now, LL Cool J's 11th album, Todd Smith, was released on April 11, 2006, and includes collaborations with 112, Genuine, Joel Santana, Tierra Marie, and Freeway. The first single was Jermaine Dupri produced Control Myself featuring Jennifer Lopez. They shot the video for Control Myself on January 2nd, 2006 at Sony Studios, New York. The second video, directed by Hype Williams, was Freeze featuring Lyfe Jennings. Okay. In September 2009, LL Cool J released a song about the NCIS TV series. It is a single and is available on iTunes. The new track is based on his experience playing Special Agent Sam Hanna. This song is musical interpretation of what I felt after meeting with NCIS agents, experienced Marines and Navy SEALs. LL Cool J said it represents the collective energy in the room. I was so inspired, I wrote a song on set. Now, as of let's see. Oh, at South by Southwest in March 2011, LL Cool J was revealed to be Z Trip's special guest at the Red Bulls 3 Style Showcase. This marked the beginning of a creative collaboration between the rap and DJ superstars. The two took part in an interview with Carson Daly where they discussed their partnership. Both artists have promised future collaborations down the road, with LL Cool J calling the duo organic. One early track to feature LL's talents was Z Trip's remix of British rock act Kabajan's single Days Are Forgotten, which was named by influenced DJ Zane Lowe as his hottest record in the world and received a favorable reception in both Belgium and in the United Kingdom. In January 2012, the pair released the track Super Baller as a free download to celebrate the New York Giants Super Bowl victory. The two have been touring together since 2011 with future dates planned through 2012 and beyond. All right. Now, let's talk about some of his relationships, because like I said, Smith dated Kidada Jones, daughter of producer Quincy Jones, from 1992 to 1994. Now, the reason why it didn't last that long is because, in my opinion, when you dealing with witchcraft and it's making your success flop, right, and not do so good, then you're going to be wanting to get up out of that relationship because it's affecting you and your well-being and your your psychological mind, your mental state, right? So that's why I believe it only lasted for 2 years. Now, when you dating people that have a lot of influence in the game, like Quincy Jones, who had a lot to do with that Thriller album of Michael Jackson and thrust him into the spotlight, it's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Because now you're creating PR, public relations with these high top people, and it could push you to the next level. So I understand why people do that in the industry, but I do also understand that it be scripted relationships too, you know what I'm saying? None of it really be organic, all right? Now, he married Simone Johnson in 1995. The couple met in 1987 and had 4 children. Simone Johnson Smith was diagnosed with chondrosarcoma, a 3rd stage bone cancer, and was later cancer free as of 2004. She became an entrepreneur, launching a jewelry line in 2012. Now, who's to say that Kidada Jones wasn't in her feelings or felt some type of way or jealous and may have put something on her which would give her bone cancer, because that's kind of rare, you know what I'm saying? And that's damn near irreversible. A lot of times people don't survive bone cancer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there. Who knows if that's the truth, but I know that the industry is a dirty game, you know what I'm saying? Now, Smith is credited with introducing his wife to singer and close friend Mary J. Blige in 2005, inspiring the friendship. The woman launched a collaborative jewelry line, Sister Love, in late 2020, after announcing it 2 years prior. In 2023, the couple co-founded a jewelry line for men, Majesty. In an episode of Finding Your Roots, Smith learned that his mother was adopted by Eugene Griffin and Ellen Hightower. The series' genetic genealogist Cece Moreau identified Smith's biological grandparents as Ethel May Jolly and Nathaniel Christie Lewis through analysis of his DNA. Smith's biological great uncle was Hall of Famer of his. Okay, let me slow down. Smith's biological great uncle was Hall of Fame boxer John Henry Lewis. See, this is what I mean. All of these folks be related in the industry, man. Like, they bloodline lineage is spread so fast, far, and thick. It's a spider web. That's why a lot of times I believe they be referencing to that spider web too, because they are all interconnected, man. All right. And then you just got this queen spider sitting in the middle of it. And the web is far, wide, and deep, man. You couldn't pay me to believe that these folks are not related in some way, shape, or form, because just look at it. You mean to tell me he's related to a Hall of Fame boxer? So with all of this being said, you're getting pushed in the industry so well, and you're getting all of this love and credibility and success, not even knowing that you got family members that's in the industry, man, or entertainment business, I should say, not just the industry, but the entertainment business. And remember earlier on, I said that I believe it was his grandfather that was a saxophonist, okay, who gave him $2,000 to pretty much like start his journey on being a rapper. But at that time, he had said he was already a rapper in his neighborhood at like 10, 11 years old. All right. So when they do these ancestry things, man, I'm letting you know that these folks man, they bloodline is so long, man, that all of them are related in some way or another. Okay. Um, LL Cool J has his own charitable foundation called Jump and Ball, which is based in his hometown of Queens, New York, and offers an athletic and team building program for young people. He is also involved in many charitable causes for literacy, music, and arts programs for kids at schools. See, this philanthropy stuff really be a tunnel for like money laundering, drug trafficking, child trafficking, sacrifice, kidnapping, etc. Okay, these are just fronts, and a lot of the times when these folks do this, it's because Freemasons. This is what they do. All right, Freemasons have a lot of philanthropy. They do a lot of philanthropy stuff. You know, you will hear these people in the industry. Philanthropy is just a part of their nature, but this is how they get away with a lot of this crap. You see what I'm saying? This is how they do a lot of this stuff. Tunneling and funneling things. You see what I mean? That a lot of people would not even know is going on because they doing it through philanthropy. All right. This stuff is really, it's pretty eye-opening, when you do your research on it. You know what I'm saying? It's really eye-opening because you will never know that somebody like LL Cool J was into those type of things because he pretty much has like a clean slate. Never really heard anything too crazy about LL Cool J, but here you have it. I'm exposing it to you. Now, in 2025, LL Cool J canceled his performance at the Welcome America Festival in Philadelphia, refusing to cross a picket line during the District Council 33 strike. You want to know why? Because this was a Freemasonic ritual. These folks cannot do certain things, say certain things, or put certain things out there. It's not because they fully out of control. It's not like they're fully controlled by a handler per se, but it's because it's in their own doctrine. It ain't even the word, but it's in their morals and values of a Freemason not to do so. All right, so that's why you see these numbers like 33, District 30, District Council 33 pop up when these type of things happen. You know what I'm saying? They be letting you know through their numbers and symbols and occult signs and sigils and Wicca and magic that they all be putting out. All right, it wasn't because he just didn't want to do it because it was a strike by the 33 Council. No, it was a Masonic ritual taking place, and he couldn't do that because of that. That was a part of the shindig. Okay? That was a part of the whole ritual. That's why he canceled it. It wasn't because of anything else. Let's just make that clear. Okay? Now, that's going to be doing it for this video on LL Cool J. All right? Shout out to the family member who hit that Cash App. All right? If y'all want any personalized breakdowns, go ahead and hit the Cash App. $ Black Mirrors TV, $ Black Mirrors TV, and I'll get on that. Man, shout out to everybody who's going to watch this live, and shout out to everybody who is going to watch this on the live replay. All right? Shout out to all the channel moderators. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody who has helped me get to where I am today. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The holidays are coming up. It's going to be busy. It's going to be crowded. Please do not get caught up in the BS. You know what I'm saying? Order stuff online if you can. You know what I mean? And just get home the same way that you left, which is in one piece. Also, take care of your mental state. Hug and kiss your family. Tell them that you love them. You never know when it's going to be your last time. You feel me? Make sure you're taking care of yourself mentally and physically. Love yourself. And yeah, man. Y'all know what to do. Until next time, man. Let me know who y'all want to see. Broke it down in the comment section below. I got like 5+ videos already lined up, ready to go. So until I get another suggestion, I'm gonna just keep on dropping and keep on flowing. Y'all stay humble. Y'all stay hungry. And it's your boy Black Mirrors, man. And I'm out.